We are now concerned what is going to happen in the board exam that is to be conducted in the year 2021. 2020 has been self-indulging with the COVID virus taking over every aspect of our lives. But yes, we have been working on it. The governments, the people, the organizations, the NGOs have been working on it. And yes, we will tell you two very great changes at the end of the video on how the board examination will be conducted. Hi, the board examination. I know, the word itself has been scaring us for millions of years. Let me use the word millions of years because it looks like it's been there forever and ever since the start of the human race. In fact, even before the earth was made, the board examination may have come into existence. And now with the pandemic, with everything in confusion, everything abruptly in disrupt, we are now concerned what is going to happen in the board exam that is to be conducted in the year 2021. 2020 has been self-indulging with the COVID virus taking over every aspect of our lives. But yes, we have been working on it. The governments, the people, the organizations, the NGOs have been working on it. And yes, we will tell you two very great changes at the end of the video on how the board examination will be conducted. But right now what we need to discuss is what are we going to do as students? I know those who are watching this video, you're confused. I'm confused too as well, because if I was in your place, if I were a student myself, I would be wondering what is going to happen. Will it be online? Will it be offline? If it's going to be offline, then will it be safe? Where will the exams be conducted? And if it's going to be online, then where do I need to be to conduct the online examination? And my concern would be, will every kid in India who will be appearing for the board examination be well equipped with all the technological stuff and gadgets that you actually need to be fit enough to sit for an online examination? Question, right? I know it's pondering your head. It's pondering everybody's head. It's pondering the head of the student, the parent, the teacher, every individual soul involved in this entire thing. So please understand that the pandemic is not something that will surmount everything that we have with our lives. This will pass. We have talked about this, that this will pass, and it has a potential, a strong potential right now, but it has to pass. Now, most of us are wondering that, oh God, I lost a year. What will happen? Should I repeat this whole year? Should I do the 10th class again? Many students that I've been talking to, have been contemplating on the fact that I haven't learned anything in a year because I haven't been to school. But some of them are saying that I've learned a lot of things because I could get connected and I could get a lot of information online. Now, with a lot of students on one side where they are on the favor of the transformations that the online world is doing, and then the other side we have another bunch of students who are not so much in favor of the transformations that they believe the online classes could have actually delivered in comparison to the real life classrooms. There is this heterogeneity that is coming up into the minds of our students, and with a pressure and uncertainty and confusion. When there is so much of uncertainty, when there is so much of confusion, there is fear. And yes, at this point of time, on this particular day, at this point when you're watching this movie and the video, we are thinking there is fear. I am scared. What do I do with it? Do you think I have a solution? I may have a solution, but you got to brace with me. You got to stay with me. You got to understand that we will have to deal with our own fears in our own beautiful and strong ways of the quality and personalities that we have as individuals. Fear will be there, lane jumping. It's an inherent part of human life. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is let's simplify this whole complication right now. Let us understand that even if a year goes by, it is not going to be detrimental to our life. Yes, it will create a bit of a confusion. It will create a slight delay, but it's not going to be detrimental. What is really important is, am I safe? Is my family safe right now in this pandemic? Are my friends, are my teachers, is my school, is my fraternity safe? Is my society safe? Is my world safe? Is my earth safe? Is every human being safe? And that is the major concern that we all must have at this point of time. And that is basically the biggest examination we human race are facing at this point of time. But let us simplify. So even if you are feeling in this world right now that you have lost a year, maybe things have got delayed, and you may not be able to deliver what you've actually done right now, I'll have to brace you, I'll have to hold your hand, I'll have to tell you that, hey, take it easy. That's not the end of life. We will reach to a point where we can transform ourselves, where we can create much more better avenues in terms of academics. The time will change, everything will change. Remember, everything in life is permanent. Nothing is permanent, beg your pardon, nothing is permanent in this life except for change. So change will happen. If we have entered into a pandemic, we will leave this pandemic as well. Doesn't matter if there is mutations happening, doesn't matter if viruses are growing. Viruses grow, that's how nature operates, right? So simplifying this whole concept, I want you to now focus on the facts and figures of how this examination will be conducted, and most importantly, how should you prepare yourself? I think I'm more concerned about not how the exams will be conducted, but how would you be equipped yourself academically, emotionally, intellectually to face this new sign, a new a fashion, a new trend of how examination will be conducted. Personally, you may feel that, how do I conduct this online examination? I may sit for the examination, but then will every student be ethical when they are sitting in their own respective homes, in the privacy and the safety and the security and the comfort of their homes? Will I be absolutely ethical in then conducting the examination, in delivering my answers? Or will there be a possibility that I may get tempted, I may get provoked to look into other sources which may be unfair? That could be a biggest challenge for the government, for the entire academic fraternity to understand how do we create this fairness. Now, what is happening is also that the whole concept is being barraged. Academic excellence in this pandemic world, pandemic time, is been barraged with different external forces. We have one whole political agenda that is focusing on a different perspective. The whole economic scenario is creating other pressures. The sociological trend among people is creating another pressure to the students. The technological advancement and intervention is creating this pressure. There is pressure, but pressure is good. So coming back to the same point of how do we simplify it, how do we prepare ourselves, boys and girls, brace yourself, take it easy. Let's follow this one word that I have, the acronym, which is BEST. I want to stay positive. I want to look into everything that is positive. So BEST, best. Let us use the BEST, best, to tackle every confusion, every fear, every apprehension and challenge that we have regarding the board examination. The first wheel and jump in is balance. That's what we need to have right now. Most of us are scared, most of us are in trepidation, most of us are wondering, highly anxious about what is going to happen in the future. We are engaged, engrossed into something we call as performance anxiety, because we don't know what and how things are going to change for us. So the balance is very important. Balance yourself. Close your eyes, meditate, think about the theory. Sometimes when the nature doesn't do things for you, you got to do things for yourself, and that's why we're Homo sapiens. That's why we are superior beings, and that's the reason we have been inventing and being innovative, and that's how technology people, we all have transformed, we have grown because of the fact that we have always fought against every odd that the human race has faced. Balance yourself, boys and girls. Don't get into a sort of a trepidation. Don't get into a hypertensionness. Don't get into anything that could create this disbalance in your mind. Peace is very important. Peace of the mind, peace of the heart, happy mind, very important. How do you balance yourself? We have plenty of several videos where we have talked about how do we balance our minds. You can actually go through this, and you can contact me personally as well, where I could focus more into how do we go about balancing this mind. The number 2 E that we are talking about is we need to then, once we are balanced, we're going to emerge up. We have to understand that this is the new trend. This is the new change. This is the new form of education. I have to emerge. There are a lot of things. I cannot hold the baggages of my classroom and the memories that I hold with my friends and the expectations that I may have had in the past just before March 24th when the lockdown happened. Things have changed. So I have to emerge with an understanding that yes, this is going to stay for some period of time, and I have to build up myself, my skills, my point of views, my character, my personality to then bridge these gaps between me, where I am, and the technology that it is, and to reach there with the entire academic goal for the only purpose of attaining excellence in academic. The number 3 word letter is S, self-esteem. How much do I like myself? Am I worried about the fact that this is all going to damage me? Am I worried about the fact that, God, my friends might just overtake me? Or maybe students from other countries, what will happen to my competitive examination? Can I stay here? Can I stick here? And when you built in that self-esteem inside yourself, the ability to like, adorn, appreciate, admire yourself, this is when half of your problems will just evaporate. Like yourself, ladies and gentlemen, build in the confidence that you actually have, that you have been creating in yourself. Don't worry about the pandemic. The virus may touch us, may not touch us. It'll come, it'll go. Our science, our government, our fraternities, every institution is fighting its level best. They are in this brawl, they are in this battle, and trust me, the human race will emerge victorious. Coming back, your self-esteem, very important. Make sure that you keep that self-esteem intact. Like yourself, appreciate yourself. This is very important, because then you see, then only you can adorn, then only you can accept, then only you can acclimatize to these new technologies. Many of us have technology fears. How about students? I mean, coming from smaller classes. Some of you might say that, okay, let's do it online, that's fine. But my point is, how do I, as a teacher, interact with kindergarten kids who have just come into play school? How about their parents? They need that human touch, they need that interaction, they need a different kind of a platform. You can't put a 4-year-old child in front of a laptop and say, hey, that's your teacher, you can go and have fun with the teacher. No, there won't be an interaction, because the human touch is there. That is one reason that we are still not at that level where we can replace human beings with machines. Not now, maybe in the future, maybe in the next 20 years, maybe in the next 5 years, I'm not sure. But right now, human touch or humanness or humanity cannot be replaced at the moment with machines. We need that. How about older students? How about students who are in doing their masters, where they need more interaction with their tutors, with their professors? You can't replace everything online, and that could be a biggest challenge that the online will have. So you will have to understand, coming back to how you balance yourself, then how do you emerge here, and how do you then create this rightful self-esteem, or your ability to like yourself. The last T that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, is tenacity. Are you strong enough? Am I weak? Is this virus killing me? Think about it. I know. Question to be asked. Am I weak? Is this virus killing me? Can I be stronger than this virus? I will be stronger than this virus, and I have to be stronger than this virus. That is how I will build up this tenacity inside me. I will build up this tenacity not only to combat the virus, but to create this tenacity in terms of the shortcomings that I'm facing right now, because of the lack of a classroom environment, because of the lack of this social interaction that I have with my friend, because of the lack of the facilities that I'm receiving in my school, because of the lack of so many social interactions that I'm actually losing out. I will need to have the tenacity to go on, to move on, to carry on with that determination that yes, in the very near future, this will all end and we will all be back to school with normal routines and stuff, and this virus will be like a forgotten story. We'll make memes about this virus, ladies and gentlemen. I know I'm taking it on a lighter side, but that's exactly what I want you to do. I want you to take the rightful precautions, but I don't want you to get hyper about this whole thing, because it's a virus which is affecting. It is not attacking us directly, but then it does have an ability to sort of attack the immune system, which could then result into something detrimental to our lives. But that does not mean we give up. Ladies and gentlemen, SMBEST, beg your pardon, BEST, your best shot starts from where you are right now. You can do it. A lot of people in the past, people in the First World War survived, people in the Second World War survived, people with every epidemic have survived, and you will survive as well. And as far as the examination is concerned, trust me, this examination is a method or a methodology through which we test our knowledge, where we try to reproduce the facts and figures that we believe are the right ones, and then those are tested against the universal facts, and then that's how we are graded, and based on these grades we then move to different alignments of society based on our aspirations and our career. And that's fine. This sort of arrangement is absolutely fine, and there is no discrimination when you do that, because if I like cooking, I'm going to cook. If I like dancing, I'm going to dance. If I like mathematics, I'm going to touch on the numbers. If I like social sciences, that's where I'll be. If I just want to take a break, you can do that as well, because that does not end life. You can rebounce into life. The NEP will allow you to do that. The NEP will allow you to rebounce into life. So we've got to thank the way our education ministry is also working on the liberalization of academics. And I guess with this pandemic, a lot of positive changes are also happening, along with a lot of detrimentals that are happening. But I guess that's what life is all about. To gain some, we got to lose some. But remember one thing, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new trend. This is a completely new world. And in order for you to have something that you have never had in your life, you have to do something that you have never done. So please hold on to your leashes, hold on to your horses, and then gallop strongly forward. But if you know about what the government has thought now, some revealing news about how things have changed considering the COVID and the board examination. Number one, what has been decided is that the examinations will not be conducted in February. They will have to then gauge the entire situation and see how the virus is reacting, because right now it is not under their control. So if situations are fine, then maybe in March, if not, maybe April, and so on and so forth. So make it a point that the examinations will not happen in February. Number two, the examination will not happen in the online mode, because it is not possible that every student in India may have technology, may have Wi-Fi, may have a laptop, may have any other gadget through which he or she can connect and then conduct the examination as well, right? Because we are a huge country, we are still developing, we still have to reach into the interiors to actually understand that, that the technology penetration of technology into every aspect or every depth of the country has not been completed at this point of time. It could have been, but then again the epidemic came in. But then if the pandemic had not come in, maybe the technology would have not been so much embraced as well. So point here is follow the BEST. Keep yourself high, keep your confidence high, lane jumping. Don't be scared, don't run away, don't fear away from the fact that things are going out of control. Things are in control. This is Mother Nature. She's doing something which probably at this point of time we human beings are not able to completely understand, because we're too preoccupied with a lot of other agendas which may be just too feeble, too futile, too small to understand the magnanimity of what nature wants. So keep safe, keep studying, keep focusing. The board exams will happen and you will pass, you will succeed, and I'll see you as really, really great survivors of the 2020 COVID. Till then, God be with you. Thank you very much.